Good morning everybody. I'm just standing here on our step. This is a freedom camping spot. Very quiet. One of the best sleeps that we've had yet. Didn't even hear the bar lambs. Morning everybody. Morning. I've got a bar back from someone. Right, I'm going down to the beach now before it starts raining because I'm going to go and sort out the charcoal, in case you're wondering. So I'll just give you a bit of a look around. Look at this giant space. Look at the hills. It's like an old tennis court is what it looks like, but too big for a tennis court obviously, but it's nice and flat. And you saw what we got up to last night at the beach. Right now I'm just going to because I'm getting that charcoal because Kelly's had a wee accident on there with all that vinegar. So vinegar and baking soda is what she put down because we've got a big tank which is for the urine tank bit. She overflowed it, so guess what she's doing? So we've emptied it all out and she's getting vinegar and baking soda out from the inside at the bottom of the toilet. How are you getting on in there?
So at least it's clean.
It's been a long time. Well, it smells very clean actually. You may recall that I got some chicken bags. You know those little chicken silver bags from the supermarket? What do you think
so.
If I put charcoal in those?
Are they still hot?
I don't know, I haven't been there yet. I've just been introducing
Where
everybody.
have you been?
Well, we've all been talking to the little lemmies and all
I think
sorts.
that one will be okay. Surely they're not going to be hot still.
I reckon they will be.
Take both, be prepared. Be a good Girl Scout.
What do you all think? Do you think that the coals will be still hot with the stones thrown on top? You didn't see that part last night. I saw when I was coming around here some nasturtiums which I thought would be quite nice. You've got to always be careful when you're on it's not mint down there, is it? No, I don't think it's mint. It doesn't look like mint. You've got to always be careful with anything you get on the side of the road that it hasn't been sprayed. Are any of those nasturtiums any good? I'm a bit blimmin' chewed. Anyway, let's go and have a look down on the beach to see what it looks like. It did rain last night. Gosh, it was a good sleep. Very therapeutic. Where's the entrance? So we know where our spot is because we had stones in the circle there. And our arch that we finally ended up getting. So there's the stone. Beautiful charcoal. Beautiful. We did a good job last night. Perfect for the toilet. The thing is when we use charcoal like this, you have absolutely no smell coming out of the toilet. At home you would probably have more smell coming out of the toilet than you do with this. And when you're in a tiny space, that's the last thing you want. You don't want anything pooey smelling, do you? Kelly would be pleased with that. I bet none of you have done this before. Gone and gotten a chicken bag. Weighing it down with a stone. Flicking in your last night's charcoal from your fire on the beach. Taking a whole large chicken out of the freezer. one that we got on special fairly recently, and I was thinking of cutting it in all fours. Not sure where we would do this because we're leaving here soon to plug in. That was the lid for my Omega-3s, using the bottom part of it for holding the brush in for scrubbing the bottom of our boots. Obviously you don't use your own kitchen sink scrubbing brush, you use your own hard bristle one from the boot. We clean our boots regularly, not just keeping them nice and clean for ourselves, but when you go from forest to forest, whatever's on the bottom of those boots is you're taking it to the next forest. So yeah, you learn a thing or two, and that's what we've learned. Same with inside. We're thinking of getting a it's like a carpet cleaner. It is a carpet cleaner. It is specifically that, but you can get big ones and you can get smaller ones, and so we're going to look into that, because obviously we want something, one, which is light, and two, which is going to be efficient enough and strong enough, but it's just going to fit in the boot and is going to clean our carpet, that strip of carpet that we have on our floor, because I get quite grossed out. Well, we both do, you know, if we've walked in with our boots, even though that we've shaken them and everything, and we've still vacuumed what was on those boots. So if we wash our floor once a week or more, then we can always feel comfortable if we're walking in the van in our socks.
Like your chicken bags.
Yes, well, I was just showing everybody how I was scooping them up. And I was saying also about how, you know, this stuff is so good that you just don't get smells out of the toilet, do you?
Nothing else has worked. We've tried the coffee. What else have we had down there? Sawdust.
The eucalyptus leaves.
Yeah, all sorts.
Pine cone leaves. And making something really nice for Kelly. So what I've done with the chicken here is I cooked it on both sides in this here. It's Celtic salt, and there was a little bit of oil with it, and they're chicken thighs, and of course the skin's been taken off because we don't have the skin on our food, and they've been lifted up because I'm trying to stay away from too much of the way of saturated fats. Did you say you're hungry?
Oh, I'm starving.
Okay, Kelly's been doing washing. We've arrived at our next pop, and
You can tell we're at the pop because we've got the steamer going. Everything's plugged in. We've got everything plugged in up there.
yeah, here's the steam.
Probably shouldn't have it under the steam.
So we've got a bit of a smoky blue vein sort of tasty thing going on here. A lot of parsley because parsley is really good for inflammation. Okay, that is us done there. We're plugged in, about to do some editing, and right.
And we're all stripped off down to very minimal clothes because we've got the load of wash in the washing machine here at the pop.
We've had quite an interesting afternoon. Interesting because it's just a lot that we've been sorting out with our videos, with our editing, because we have so many different things, from the camera, from the Canon camera to the DJI, the little wee hand camera that we have, and then we've got the GoPros. So we've got 2 GoPros, and what else have we got? We've got 2 phone cameras. They're quite good, the phones. What else have I missed out? Oh, right. And then we've got the wee baby drone, the wee cute one which follows us around. And then we've got the big drone. But we haven't used the big one yet because we've got to learn how to use that, and there hasn't been places we could use it anyway. So sorting through all of that, because when you get them all downloaded, you have half a dozen of all these different types of technology and videos and photos that you've got to put them all on this one file, and you've got to have them labeled, and you've got to have the times, and you've got to have the names on them. So when you go back, because we're not filming live, you know, from what happened just yesterday, you know, we're back in time. So to go back over them, and they're all new memories and everything for us, and they're all labelled and they got their times on them, but oh my gosh, it gets so confusing. Sorry, I'm just in the middle of washing my makeup off. We've got toasted sandwiches this evening, so we've got an exciting day for tomorrow. I don't know if we've actually told you. Not going to tell you until tomorrow. Good night. Mwah.
Did you get the thunder and lightning?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, you missed it. Oh no, here comes the rain. Hang on, I've got the boot open.
Oh shit. It's going to be absolutely torrential as well, because the thunder, the lightning and the sleeping last night. The storm was the worst storm in the world last night. Kelly's got the boot open because she's getting the 3M tape out, and we're just charging the Black & Decker just in case we need it. Look at what we're looking at. Ooh! Oh, quick, 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 quick. Quick, 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 quick. Go, 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 go.
Help me!
Bloody hell! Quick!
Help me!
It's torrential! I'm soaking! Bloody hell! There was a warning of it all!
Go faster!
I can't get it any faster.
Ah,
Absolutely torrential.
and they came out of nowhere. Well,
It didn't actually come out of anywhere. And you wanting to have that...
look at your glasses. Look at me.
Look out the window. It was the storm last night. Oh, I've got them up the top.
I know, you're drenched.
The storm last night, explain that while you were sleeping. I sort something out. Oh, my hair's soaked.
You already just did your hair too.
It's scary, isn't it, when you get like, we're not used to sort of lightning and thunder. Tell you what, she's going to be a nasty one, because it was really, really bad last night, and we were shaking like anything. And Kelly wakes up this morning and tell everybody what you told me this morning about the lady down the road.
Not yesterday, but the day before, we were at Gentilani, and Dean, the owner here, told me that a fifth wheeler was uncoupled from the car and tipped over from the winds. Just down at the campground.
Yeah, and that's not just the worst part about it.
Oh, the lady broke her collarbone.
Gosh, the poor bloody thing. So, anyway, that's where and what's happening there. So we were telling you last night when I was washing my makeup off, makeup back on again now, is we had a special day planned, and we were super excited about it, because we were going to have 2 sticks with a prong on each side like this, and then of course you're going to put a stick along the middle, but in the middle was going to be I can't even see out of my glasses, in the middle was going to be a large chicken, the one that we had de-thawed out, and we were going to rotisserie it. We were going to spit it. Not spit at it. And we had it all organised. We had the whole barbecue, the stones all down, the stones all flat on the bottom.
It might still clear.
Well, I don't know about that.
We shouldn't have made a plan, because often plans don't go to
I'm going to go and try.
It might clear.
It might clear.
Watch a spit chicken.
I might have to plan it for another time, because it's dangerous out there. Okay, shall we have some breakfast and dry ourselves off a bit? Make a plan. Kelly's carefully
And
backing.
we were getting a bit low, so we've just topped up a little bit of water here, and he let me put 2 bucket loads of waste.
Oh, did he let you do that as
Yeah.
well?
So that was nice. So that should just help us get through one more night of fun.
From getting caught in that storm, I don't know what's happened to my hair, but anyway, I think we're going to be caught in storms and rain and everything all day, because we're still looking at going to the beach, because now the weather's saying that it's going to be a bit more sunnier.
From 1 o'clock it's meant to be sunny cloudy, and then only 20% chance of rain, and then it's meant to be nice tomorrow. So on with the plan.
I tell you, it really was a storm. We're not used to storms like that. We're okay with it, actually, because one of our very first times of actually being in this life was one of our first dock sites, wasn't it? Was it a dock site where we had the sandflies and that wind where we were just terrified, really. We thought that the van was going to tip. So we have experienced that a couple of times right at the very beginning, and so we know when that was about 70 or 80 miles an hour, the iceberg was okay. So yeah, anything above that we don't actually know until we experience it, and believe you me, I don't want to experience it. The sun is coming out.
Louis works in miles and pounds, so
not in pounds.
She actually means kilometres. Well, it's raining.
Wipers are on.
Now this, ladies and gentlemen, you wouldn't expect it, but was the best night's sleep we've ever had in this concrete pad right here.
Oh, the quiche.
And it's so close to the beach too. Our little fire pit's just over there. Hopefully, still there. So I think today what we might do is just look for appropriate sticks. And then tomorrow it's meant to be sunny.
Somehow I think mine looks a little bit bigger than yours actually. With our quiche. Thank you very much for cutting that up for me.
Nasturtiums, we know where you got those from.
I know, they're lovely, aren't they?
Hmm.
They taste quite mustardy. Lots of parsley on there. And we're steaming up a little bit inside, so I've just opened that wee side window a wee bit. Body heat.
Sea sounds really rough. Hopefully there's some sticks.
Those pointing sticks?
Yeah, we need 2 sticks like this. We need a skewer stick. We almost need a handle.
Pushing it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope it tastes good.
Thanks. So Louis, tell me, how did you enjoy your nasturtium?
We just had those lovely nasturtiums that I got yesterday that I've carefully washed and everything on the side here, privately, where I thought there wouldn't be a problem. What does that say on there? Progress.
Technically, we ate the nasturtiums before he sprayed, but
Oh, ouch. No wonder my stomach's feeling the way it is. I must have predicted that we were going to be half poisoned. Anyway, on a nice note, we're going to be looking for our prongs. They go this way, actually. Is that the way it goes with the prong? A bit of laughter, a bit of fun on the beach. What are people doing down there with the...
it's the spraying man.
What is that spraying man doing? Is he having such a good time spraying? Oh, well, we end up talking to him probably. I just went through some water just now, actually. A bit wet. Got goosebumps on my legs. Feeling a bit flat since not sleeping that well last night. Oh, he's having a lot of fun.
He slept well because he lives in Hector.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is it's so lovely here. Anyway, bit flat.
Nice walk will fix it.
Yes, always does.
What have we got here? There's a Y.
It's not high enough though. And it's going to be more that rather than that.
Oh, here's one. Have you lost your slider?
No, I've lost the fluffy.
Oh no.
Oh, God, I'm having the worst day.
Don't move.
It just, I heard it click off.
You've lost Fluffy.
And I've got these stupid shoes on. I didn't realise we were going on these big rocks.
So Fluffy's here somewhere.
Maybe I shouldn't have had that silly Fluffy. I don't know why you gave it to me.
Might need to go back and get the torches. We'll put the sticks where we are.
And I've got my boots on.
Not having a very good day, are you?
I'm having a freaking shitty day today. You all have them too.
Yeah, we need to mark this spot. The Fluffy lost spot.
Lost Fluffy. Right, there's the point. Oh, I've got sand on my face. Oh, we're never going to get it from down here. Frick me, that bloody board's fallen down again. Who is it? What is that tape called? M2 tape or
3M.
3M tape. That tape is supposed to be the most powerful glued tape. And there it is, it's fallen down again. Oh, don't forget I've got a broken shoelace.
How could we forget? Might as well use it for something. Okay. Sticky tape, torches, tongs. Mission: retrieve the DJI microphone.
Nickname Fluffy. The red one is. No. Yep.
Check the obvious early bits first.
There's no point talking much because no one will hear us.
Nothing obvious so far. Yep.
Bloody beady eyes.
Eyes on. I've got
Hawk eyes. Oh, let me just not break anything.
I can see the DJI, but
How far down?
friggin' long way.
Oh, is it? How the hell did you see that? Do you think I can get my arm down there?
No, hang on. I'll show you first so you can see. Once you see it, it's obvious.
No, I can't see it. How the hell did you see it?
I think a long stick, tie that sticky stuff around it, is going to be our best shot. Yeah, I got that for a spit roast. Otherwise, what we need is a long stick with like a scoop on the end, like because it's actually in the sand. You can tape, scoop. I'll take it. Okay, here's the plan. That's going to go down, and then we're going to gently scoop it in. That one. The scoop did not work because of the angle. So now we're going to try and tape some tape around that. Oh, I've got it. is like operation.
I wouldn't worry about that. Just get it up.
Oh yeah, I've dropped it. Oh no, I just dropped it.
You naughty little bloody thing.
Yay! Can you hear us better now?
Oh, you bloody thing. Right. When I'm having a day of it, please don't pin things like that on me.
Right.
Fresh air's been nice, I must say, actually. Just being by the beach. Really lovely. Right, back to what we were actually doing in the first place. Good job. Well done.
Teamwork.
Wasn't exactly easy
No.
lying down on
Honey,
the rocks.
you did not have the worst job, just said. Okay, we're reporting our mission. Raindrops, but this is where we're up to.
It's time to get back to Icy before we get too wet. Tonight we've actually got as you can see, there's one egg on venison mince because we got a couple of packs when we found it a couple of days ago. Haven't got many groceries left, but managed to get a few wee flavours in there. Funny one that I've used is fennel and cottage cheese in the venison mince, along with lots of ginger and a little bit of garlic. Rightio, that's us. We're a bit buggered today. I don't know really why it is. I'm not showing a picture of myself because I look rather bedraggled from what I
From
look
caving.
like. From caving, wind, torrential rain. Quick glimpse. Right, you enjoy. Hope that does taste alright. Well, we're going to see you at the next episode. It seems like the weather's turned out better than we thought. See you for some chicken spitting.
Kelly from the future here. Thank you very much for watching our video, and I just wanted to say first of all that watching the footage back, I see it made absolutely no difference whatsoever whether the mic was under 6 feet of boulders or not. So I'm not quite sure whether we haven't got it turned on right or we haven't got it paired right, but thank you to everyone who has mentioned about the sound. You can only hear some parts of the video, so just so you know, we're working on that now. So and we're hoping to get 2 mics so that you can hear both sides of the banter. Right, quick shipping update. If you remember a couple of videos back, our 2 options for shipping with Iceberg were either on a carnet de passage or to deregister Iceberg and re-register her in another country. And if you did miss that, the reason for that is that New Zealand, you have to, obviously, whatever country you're registered in, you have to follow their rules. And New Zealand were wanting us to get a warrant of fitness, or in our case, a certificate of fitness every 12 months. They're wanting us to return to New Zealand to get it, which is not going to happen. So we've been back and forward with the carnet department and the NZTA. That is, I'm trying really hard to keep that option open, but it's just really hard. Every time you send an email, it takes a whole week to get a reply, and the reply is different from the last one. So right now I've got my little book of notes. 2 options that we have open are travelling on a carnet de passage or migrating to Australia. So we're kind of doing them evenly, but maybe slightly leaning towards migrating to Australia. If you've watched us from the beginning, we've always wanted to go to America first, and then after South America, we were going to go across to Europe, do Africa, and then Asia, and down to Australia, because we've always wanted to end up in Australia and live in Australia. And for us as New Zealanders, that is possible. We're allowed to live in Australia for as long as we want. However, it turns out that we might be doing the world trip in the complete opposite order and moving to Australia first, because there are 2 states in Australia, Queensland and Victoria, that would suit us, that would, because that's where the shipping lines go to, that allow you to travel with no yearly vehicle inspections. So that's the bit that's stopping us. Our vehicle on New Zealand rules requires a yearly inspection, so we need to find a country that doesn't require yearly inspections. And the best option for us at the moment is Australia, those 2 states, Queensland and Victoria. So we're looking at that. So there's 2 things you have to do to migrate to Australia, and the very first thing is your vehicle import approval. The second thing is your compliance on your vehicle, and it does take a bit more for a camper van. So there's this thing called Rover, and I have applied online, and you've got to upload all your documents. So I've been collating all the documents, and basically you've got to show that you're going to leave where you are and you are actually moving to Australia. So you have to have like letters of resignation. In our case, we've got the tenancy agreement for our property, your last power bill, your last internet bill, all those sort of things to show that you've finished up in one place and that you're moving to another. And just a side note, we are actually talking with another shipping company at the moment because I wanted to get 2 different quotes. And this new lady, she's been really good, and she's sent us all this information, you know, for migrating to Australia. And she doesn't think that it's going to work out for us, because to get the vehicle import approval, you have to have proof that you're going to be living in Australia. So you have to have a rental agreement in Australia, or you have to have like bought a house, or the other things you have to do are show that you've got like utility bills, that you've set up bank accounts, and you've got you know, power bills all set up and things like that. So for us, obviously, we're literally moving our house to Australia, so we don't need rental agreements or to buy a property. We don't need power bills. We don't need, you know, anything to show that we are moving there. So she doesn't think that's going to work out, but I have emailed them to say, what can we show that we would be moving to Australia? Okay, so that's where we're at the moment. We've got the carnet de passage on this side, where we're really struggling to get any information in writing to say that they will give us an exemption, that we don't need to get the COF every 12 months. And on the other hand, potentially we're finding a new state, a new country that will allow us to travel without the yearly inspections. Oh, all right, that's where we're at for now. Hope you have a great day. Got anything else to say, Louie? She's here, by the way.
Very excited about everything, but also a little bit nervous saying goodbye to our own country. So please stay in contact, everybody.
Well, we're not moving there just yet. We're just starting it.
I'm in the shower, by the way.
They might not let us in. Will you have us, Australia? I hope you like this episode. We're sorry we didn't get to the fun stuff that we promised that we were getting to, but somebody happened to, you know, drop the mic, which took us pretty much all day to retrieve. And the weather's not playing along, as you can see. It's absolutely raining. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to do the fun stuff, and then we'll be able to show you that in the new video. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Love you all.
Love you.
And we'll catch you in the next one.